Before I get into the video, I have to apologize because I'm dying right now. Not literally, but I feel like I am, because hay fever has come back in town and it's swooped me under. It's kicking me in the ass, let's just say that. Anyway, I'm literally crying as I'm speaking right now. Look, I feel like I don't know what to do with this hay fever shit. I need to overdose on a bunch of hay fever tablets, essentially, but for some reason, it's just not working. Anyway, week 16, boys, let's go. I just can't feel anything, like I said. Apologize. You know what it is? It's the AOY week. Very exciting, and also very exciting of the price, because whoopee, we're paying resale for AOY now, so. Yes, but another thing. When I saw Drops GG said the hats were $100, I've just checked right now, and Drops by Jay is telling me it's 68 bucks. Boys, the hats are going out of stock first. I'm telling you. A lot of people probably don't have the money to spend that much on a jacket, but I personally do want the hats. And the cool thing about them is that they're like reflective. So like, same for the work jacket, like some bits are reflective, like the teardrop. Like I'm just looking at the picture now, it looks so cool. Let's get my thoughts and opinions on the entire stuff that's dropping this week. And yeah, obviously the main one is the AOI, but we'll talk about that. Once again, I'll say this again a million times, apologies for my hay fever. I will be sneezing a lot throughout this, but we have a special guest, and that special guest is this item over there. I don't know if you can see it. I watched Boone's video. I have to bring out the AOI bad boy. Yes, I have the one from was it last year? Yeah, it was last year.
Oh my god.
Tell you that, but my nose is dribbled on this lovely jacket. Yeah, hay fever can suck one. But yeah, it's even got the tag still on it. Crazy. Like I said, I got lucky. I was the same with Boone, I think. I think he hit on a restock. I also hit on a restock. I took the L the first time. But yeah, I got a hit on a restock. So yeah, they do restock. So yeah, let's try it on. This is a size large. So like, if you're like wondering like what size you might be wanting to go for, I mean, I have no clue how the sizing is gonna work. My nose is dribbling right now. It's the worst time to be wearing this jacket. Oh my lord. Take a look at the Supreme community. Let's go through all the images. Let's make our way to the top. And obviously, all these ads, man. It's funny because it's all the stuff that I actually want. But anyway, all right, we'll start off with the Satin Track pants, 158. I think the jacket, the top version of it, looks really, really nice. And I just feel like it's dropped at the bad week. I just think obviously there's better things to go for, unless you really, really dig these. And then yeah, definitely if you're like I Show Speed, I mean he'd rock this honestly. I can see someone like him probably wearing this for like, because he represents, you know, Portugal, all that cool. Honestly, I could probably see him wearing the whole thing, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see an I Show Speed stream will be him wearing all this stuff. Trust me, he probably will. Sunglasses also, yeah, sunglasses are dropping, and the retails are actually too bad. 198 is the retails. I thought they'd be like 250, like in dollars. So I'm kind of happy about that, because I don't normally go for glasses, you know. They're a bit meh. I mean, I can get some cheap ones on my TK Maxx for like 30 quid. And they're like designer styles, but it's not too bad. I like it. I feel like the ones that I like the most were these ones. Is it the Blair ones? I like the skull bones on the side. I think that actually is a really cool touch. If I wanted to go for a pair, I'd probably go for these, honestly. I think they look pretty cool, but I don't really spend that much on the glasses. No more. Oh, these ads are killing me. Go away. No, I don't want to report it. I want you to get the fuck out of the way so I can click the next button, which is the Jagard Boonies. Good old little Boonies. I'm not really sure. Like I said, my hay fever is taking me to other places. It's just killing me at the moment, but they're pretty cool. I like the style of them with all the, I think it's all the shop names and the Supreme. You got the FUCK, I think, because there's like London. I believe I see New York City there. Yeah, I think it's like most of the store names. It's all like, it's really nice. It's old English as well. I should probably go for it, but $68, I don't want to go for it. And we've got some more glasses. Like I said, it's up to you whether or not you like them or not. They're not too bad. I mean, like I said, the retail's not too bad. Pink one looks pretty cool. And we've got a warm-up washed short sleeve top. Really nice logo. I like this little logo look. It looks pretty nice. But it is it's $54. That's not too bad. They randomly choose these prices out of nowhere. I don't know why. Like some of them are like 68 and now it's 54. I guess, you know, Supreme like to make up the prices as they go along. Ventil cam cat, or Ventil Cam cat. It's like a two-tone one, so the brim is like a different color to the top of the cap. It looks pretty cool. I don't know what Ventil is. Is it a particular like material brand? I'm assuming it is. There's no information on it anyway. But pretty cool. Is it the back? I have no idea. It's pretty cool. I like the green one. The green and the black. That looks pretty cool. Maybe even this colorway looks pretty nice. Maybe these two. That's like a yellow and blue one. I don't know. I like these two, in my opinion. But yeah, let's move on to the next items, which you can't see because apparently StockX wants me to spend money on all these stuff. To be fair, it's kind of funny because most of the ads are just items that I've already bought. I'm just trying to put on StockX. Anyway, Otter sunglasses. I think these are the most ugliest glasses, but they are cheaper, which is not too bad. Avon glasses. I think this is the one that I like the most. Yeah, it's not the Blair ones, it's the Avon ones. I like these ones in the black, but what do they have on the side? It's just Supreme. I do like the ones with the bones on the side though. 188 though. How much was these? 198. $10 cheaper. I go for that one. I think I completely missed this section. Baggy leather shorts. Not for me, because I think it's like, it looks like crocodile skin. There's one crocodile skin, which is the brown one, and then a snake skin, actually, not crocodile. It's kind of like a mix of both, actually. I have no idea. Anyway, these black ones, I can't remember if these will do any good, because I remember like some dropping last year and they did pretty well, but I think it was just like a short-term thing. So I wouldn't really want to risk spending all that money on a pair of leather shorts, especially in the summer. It's a bit weird, don't you think? I do like this. I don't know why, but I like this. Even though I don't wear the polos, I know it's not because it's old English there. I just think this looks pretty nice. It's kind of like washed look, especially these camo ones, this camo and the snow camo, even the pink one. I think these look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, very, very nice. And then we got the satin one, the top one. I actually liked this when the preview came out. I thought this would do pretty well, but I just think as time has gone on, I feel like a lot of things have just I've changed my mind on a few things, and I think just the whole satin thing is just a little bit no. So it's a little bit no in my opinion. But I feel like if I had to choose any colorway, it'd be this like Portugal style looking one, maybe even the blue one, because that's a pretty unique colorway. But yeah, let's move on to the next item, which is more sunglasses. These are the most expensive ones, and funny, I thought it said Supreme, but it actually says "fuck you" on the side, which I thought was pretty funny. But I wouldn't spend $250, and I think we talked about these ones because I completely skipped these. And then we got the hooded zip-up thermal. I kind of wish it wasn't a thermal because I do like this leopard print. I think I dig this a lot. I was considering buying this until I realized it was thermal. And I'm like, it's like, we're in June, we don't need thermal, okay? I know we don't have to wear it, I know that, but I think I'd rather, like, you know, push my funds to another thing. And plus, there's still Strong Crawford dropping. Hopefully that's dropping next week. On the left to drop. Nice colorways though. Leopard my favorite. Even that purple looks pretty nice. All right, now we go on to the big boy. The big boy, the big boy, the big boy. The big boy's AOY! Hoodie wet jacket. For some reason, he wants to charge us, Supreme wants to charge us $6.98. You're probably wondering, why on earth is that the case? I really don't know. I think it's a combination of some of the embroidery is reflective, and the fact that it's just a lot of embroidery. I think that's what justifies the price. Plus, you know, it was a year ago since I bought this. You know, inflation could have tripled by then. I don't know, but in terms of like colorways, I mean, I saw is Gonzalez wearing this. I think it was on one of the Instagram post stories. I mean the teardrops are reflective, and I think this is reflective. I'm not really sure actually. I don't think this is reflective. I wish this was reflective, but I know the teardrops are reflective, and maybe the stars, I'm not really sure. But yeah, it just adds to the whole uniqueness to the jacket. I think it's really, really sick. I like, there's so many things that I'm just like now starting to see. I don't know what this is. It looks like a bird, but we've got this cute little alien doggy and a pill, another little devil. You know, I don't know if this is like a combination of AOI's like embroidery patches and that he's done from the past. I think I recognize this one before. I don't know. I don't recognize this one. Some of them are like unique. You got some Supreme here, Supreme here. You got his business. I think it's illegal business. I'm not sure what it means, but yeah, these designs are pretty cool. Is this like a SpongeBob reference? I don't know, but really, really nice. I know a lot of people are thinking, my God, $6.98 is a lot of money. Okay, Considering this was like $468 last year. This is $468 last year, by the way. And you get a shit ton of embroidery. You still get a lot of embroidery, considering for this jacket, it's only on the back. But I do like the fact that it's all on the back. It's kind of like, if you know, you know kind of thing. Especially if you're wearing this flame jacket. People that rock Supreme will know what this is. When you're looking directly in front of it, you'll go, I know what that one is. It's the AOI, and then they turn around and they cream their pants because they're like, oh my god, that looks so nice. Especially when it's like in reflection as well. Oh, it looks so good. Like I said, $698 is a lot of money. You know, after tax in America, it's like, what, $750 probably. We don't get tax, so I think, if I had to guess, well, let's guess right now, $698 in pounds. Wow, that's actually kind of cheap. $5.15. I don't know if you guys are getting fucked up in the conversions, but like, that's not a bad price. I'm not gonna lie. If it's like $5.15, I can't see Supreme doing that as $5.15. It's a bit weird. I think if I had to guess, it might be $5.50, or they might do it as like $5.30. I don't know. Also, another thing when it comes to like AOI stuff, let's take a look at the website. So AOI has obviously does all of his own stuff. I mean, he sold a 200,000 yen jacket as a custom one, and then there's another one currently available at 130,000 yen. How much is that? Let's take a look. 130,000 yen. We'll do it in dollars. 130,000 yen. We'll do it in dollars just because I think that's 13,000. It's going to be $899. So we're around that mark when it comes to like the artwork itself. You know how much it costs. I know some of it's like 78,000. We got this one at 95,000. Let's just take a look. Was it 95,000? I mean, that's closer to the 698. I'm not sure what this doesn't have much embroidery in comparisons to, you know, the Supreme one. And obviously you gotta consider the Supreme tax. So I dig this one. I think this looks pretty cool, but I think it's a reasonable price. Considering what you get, I think it's a reasonable price. I think it's a good price. That's all I'm saying. I mean, like I said, unfortunately, some people just don't have the money to blow, but yeah, I mean, the good second alternative, especially with this price, definitely good, not gonna lie. Wait, we'll get into that in a minute, but yeah, embroidery wear jacket, if I had to go for one, definitely going to be the Flames. Flames is a more unique one, but I think the black is still pretty much a go. So I don't know also if you can add both to the cart. So I might try both. I might do a little cheeky double cart, who knows. Anyway, let's move on to the next item, and I believe it's this Rhinestone Pinup. Obviously it's got rhinestones in the shape of a lady who is looking pretty chill, should we say, on the Supreme Ford logo. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. 158, considering it's a rhinestone. I mean, a lot of guys, that's pretty cheap. For what you get, it's pretty cheap, and you get that little Supreme logo there. Sleeper question mark? I don't know. I just feel like it's a little out there, but you know, I think it's pretty unique. I think it's pretty cool. We got a steel mini toolbox. It's 8 inches. How big is that? It's just about the size of my... It's not that big, actually, guys. Actually, let me go back a bit. It's that big. That's how wide it is. I don't know why it's made in Japan, though. But why is everything made in Japan? Toyota Steel. $38 is not too bad. But, I mean, that's what you get. I mean, ladies will be happy with this. I'll tell you for a fact. But, you know, the men who want the toolbox, I would not be happy. It's pretty small. But like I said, $38 if you are interested. Then we got the hat. I will say this, the hat. Oh, the hats are so cool. Actually looked on Supreme. These are also reflective as well, which is really, really cool. The teardrops are reflecting, and I believe that little dice there is also reflective. So for the price of $68, I don't know if that's a mistake or if there actually is $68, but that's definitely a move to go for. I want to get both colorways. So yeah, I'm going for both colorways. I don't know what this colorway will be. It's going to be very interesting to know what this is, but obviously I'll try and do multiple different versions just so I don't make that mistake of it not picking up. Because it could be multicolor, it could be orange, or it could be flames. I feel like it could be red as well with the red box logo. I can see Supreme doing red as well, just to kind of like throw the bots out of the way. If you get what I mean. I just don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, black one is really cool. I want to get these for personal, so definitely going for these personal. SS25 go for these. And apparently this is back on the menu. The pocket knives. And where's the tennis rackets? Did I miss the tennis rackets? Because they were supposed to be dropping this week. Unless they've gotten delayed. Did they get delayed? It looks like they might have been delayed. It doesn't show on here, so it doesn't say anything about it being delayed. I don't know why it's on here. It's not showing on here. But apparently the tennis racket is $420, which I have no idea why it's $420. So you're gonna have to believe me on that. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you're going for tomorrow. Best of luck to anyone who's going for AOI or any other item that is dropping. Pocket knife is dropping finally, but that's US only. So yeah, because I mean I can't do a homicide with that. What the fuck is this? What on earth? Is that like hair clippers? Nail, you got a knife, you got a, is that a bottle opener? There we go. Tweezers, toothpick, nail file. Oh, okay, so it's not like, wow, the fact it's made in Switzerland, we can't get it for some reason, but I can understand why. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for watching. Like I said, I apologize for any sneezing that I did, but I don't think I ever sneezed in this video except for the start. So very, very cool wet. I cannot wait to see if we can get a hold. I don't know in terms of like how many they're gonna make. I was thinking about it because, you know, I've been watching people's videos and we're talking about the bandana jacket, right? So the bandana one, which was the blue one, that was the most hyped. A lot of manual users were able to cop it, but my thoughts on it is that I know there's still a little in store regardless. There's never loads of stuff in store, but when it comes to like this, it is full embroidery. I don't know how long it takes to make a jacket. You gotta remember this, and it's made by AOI. I don't know if it's a single individual doing all this stuff himself, but I hope he's got a team behind him, and obviously I'm sure Supreme obviously would have helped him out, especially when making the jackets, but I don't think there's going to be many of these, especially at that price tag. When a lot of stuff is like priced pretty high, like remember the lilac jacket with the studs? That sold out within a minute, and that was like $1,200, remember that? So, and I think there's more demand for this versus the leather lilac jacket, so something to think about. Like I can still see this going out of stock almost instantly, but I think Supreme has done pretty well with the website. Yeah, I can see Supreme. It really depends. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out tomorrow. I might go live tonight. We'll discuss AOI, and yeah, hopefully I'll go live in a few hours. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all on the live cop video. Let's figure out if we can hit a dub or not. And yeah, fingers crossed for everybody else going for this. Best of luck to anyone going for this. I hope you guys can cop what you get tomorrow. And I'll be saying that again when the live cop happens. It might all mess up. It might all be good. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. Stay tuned then. Peace.